And welcome back to another episode of Survivors Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introductions. First up, we have Blackheart as
Carrick Marsk.
We have Kronos as
Archie Thal.
We have Hatdan as
Tilda.
We have Sammy as
Gifton Brotgren.
We have the list jumped. God damn it, Marcus. We have Tobias as
Caspia Steel Shod.
I
and
appreciate
you
the
have
fact that
me,
you sounded
Ali,
terrified.
as your friendly DM. We will not have Marcus this week as they are away. They have been leaving on a jet plane, and we don't know when they will be back again.
They're watching us.
Yes, but we
They're
will
watching us from afar.
carry on, my wayward son.
Hey, I resent
Hey.
that. We're gonna make sure the
Once I
Corvus does all
rose
kinds
above the noise and
of out of
confusion.
character things.
Which one of you lovely people would like to give us a recap?
I'll do it.
Okay, I'm shocked that Gifton is the one that wants to do it, but take it away.
Are you really?
No.
Yeah.
I don't want
I-
to because of
I-
the previous lines.
I need an inspiration. Okay. Because I go through them like they're candy.
Mm.
Okay. So last week, what happened is we said goodbye to, I believe, Sailor as he went off with Denoran. Carrick went to the glassmakers, Garen Specs, and bought a whole bunch of trash and one robotic dog, which was redeemably amazing. And he didn't buy the flamethrower for some reason. But he listened to the man's stories of the things that he sees that he makes.
Do you really want Carrick to have a flamethrower?
Maybe.
Yes.
The party kind of went around doing little visitations. RG's family found out about her new lands, and decided to start helping her learn how to do estate management, and then realized maybe we should just hire somebody to do a manager estate. Cassiopeia went and prayed at the Orlan Temple with the help of the paladin priest fellow there, and managed to do a very heartfelt prayer of, "Hey, you're not alone, and you are loved," to her estranged angel mom, Michael, and Gifton, for some reason, hired Billy and her son to be their new housemaid at the house that she's eventually going to have. We met with the High General, Stenhouse, and he came to the tavern, told us he'd arranged a meeting with a Lord Harcount. We went to Lord Harcount's and had a very, very creepy visitation where he wanted things. We may have accidentally put him on the path of needing to go talk to a certain librarian because he might want the full collection, aka that book. But that's something that can be dealt with. Not our problem. He gave us 4 million gold for the loot that we had hand over, which was a tidy sum. It was hefted to the bank. We put 500,000 of that aside under General Rozel's name in care for a certain Captain Vincent Denoran, who is apparently not welcome at the bank. And then the week progressed. We kind of went around getting things, buying livestock, getting all of our gear together, and preparing to leave. During that time, Carrick went to the funeral with oh my god, why can't I went Marissa, and that's not right. Oh, Talia. All right. I was thinking about Marissa all of a sudden. Talia, and did that with her, was good supportive boyfriend. We montaged past some things, like us having a nice little dinner party with Stenhouse, and Gifton making him an outfit, and we ended the session with basically all of us getting ready to leave town. Oh, and at one point Gifton bought like a whole bunch of toys for the refugee kids. But yeah, we're pretty much we're on the day we're leaving, or at least that's where we said we were. And that's all I have.
Which is where we will resume, take your inspiration.
Yes.
Unless anybody has anything they wish to do. before the departation?
I want to add one thing to the
What
recap.
do you like to add?
The glass statue stopped talking to me at the beginning.
Don't worry, it won't be the end of it talking to you.
I have
know.
2 things I would like to add. During this long week that we had, right? I would like to craft another outfit of Drider Silk.
Yep, you can do.
And have it sent somewhere. And I would also like to assume that we managed to get that freaking book translated, so we could have just left it at the library for Lady Gentle.
You would have easily been able to do that within that time.
Okay.
Are you leaving the original with her?
Of course.
Okay, sure you don't want to take it back to Harcount?
Because it would actually reflect badly on us because we made a deal and we'd be reneging on a deal, and that would make us look.
Care. I am afraid.
He may not, but Lady Gentle will.
He does not, but we're actually getting something worth more than money to us out of this. And but I am crafting a fine outfit for a certain General Rizal, which will of course need to be probably taken in at some point and properly adjusted. But I've been around him enough. I'm doing an outfit for him in Drider Silk and having it left at the keep. I am not bothering to go try to see him.
Okay, so that's unfortunate because as you guys are sort of getting your father, which Cassie, you have been able to patch up during the week,
and modify,
get it spick and span. You have a wagon carrying all of your various lumbers and such, as well as if you guys wish to deduct about 5 gold pieces, I would say you have enough rationing and everything for your journey, which is a long one.
We'll ask the gym because I forgot to ask her.
I don't know. 5 gold's a lot of money, guys.
During the time that all this stuff was going on, would I have been able to what's the word? Describe my scrolls for ritual casting that I have.
Yes, you can have.
Okay. One other thing, is it possible that I could have paid Sigrid and just had Billy and her son put up at the Hydra and the Hound?
Indeed you can.
Okay, because I would like to do that, and I would ask RG if she wouldn't mind. I'm going to give my sending stone that I usually have linked to RG to Billy. That's how I'm going to fix that problem, because I don't have more sending stones, and I figure I will get it back eventually and then give it back to RG.
If you do that, RG would point out that she has extras and just give you one of those.
Okay, well that's how that's settled then.
Okay, so you have a sending stone linked up to Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's gonna get stuck in Corvus's old room.
Okay.
Full of acid smell.
As you are all sort of doing your final preparations, Sigrid is out there with you, mainly ordering Yalgrim to help you out. But she seems to be seeing you off in her own way, sort of fussing over. I've packed you some nice lunch for the day. Make sure you do stop and rest during your travel.
Thank you so much, Sigrid. It's gonna be hard to see you every day.
Well, I'm gonna miss you all and your coin, she says with a smile.
Well, Billy's gonna be staying here a bit longer, and her son. And if there's any trouble, I'll make good on it.
I'm fairly sure they're gonna cause far less trouble than you lot.
Probably.
They're very sweet.
Yes.
And no acid.
No acid either, which don't. She sort of looks over at Corvus, who is currently packing his things into the wagon. Don't let him do that inside that lovely little thing you got there.
Cass
done
is
it
stopping
before.
from her fussing with the hitch. He does that in my Vardo. I will string him up myself and we'll carry him behind us.
He did it several times.
And
it was horrible.
You hear Corvus doing some sort of mutterings in Hexenreich to himself, throwing his hands up briefly.
I can understand that.
Also, Cassie, you can't really talk. You had that rotted head of that creature in your bag, and then you opened it up in the Vardo, and it was horrible.
Since that is good as small as any, did I hear Corvus?
Yes. He was not.
Did I realize I understood Corvus?
Maybe. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. RG's just going to kind of go,
He must have picked it up over time. You don't know.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Weird.
But as you're sort of getting things sorted, everyone give me a little perception check.
How about a regular one?
No, I'm afraid you can't do a regular one.
I mean,
Don't worry,
good.
you should have advantage on a little perception check because that's all you have.
Pass
Oh,
24, but if that accounts for anything.
oh shit.
Right. As you're sort of prepping yourselves, well, basically all of you, far before they arrive, you can see both Stenhouse and Roselle coming down the street, wearing civilian clothing, just very casual, talking to one another. And as they approach, Stenhouse sort of gives you all a hearty wave, and James smiles a bit as he goes, "Oh, you're all finally leaving, huh?"
Snap to attention, salute.
Oh, put that arm down, boy. Look, no pips. And he's, you see Stenhouse sort of tapping his lack of uniform, I should say.
Miracles do
That's from
happen.
her.
You're finally getting rid of us.
Cast from her working on the hitch. Pip pip.
Oh, cheerio. Yes. What? I'm getting rid of you all. It's a great loss. I'm going to miss you all for something fierce.
I'm gonna miss this crazy
Visit us.
big city.
Well, the city life. You seem to take well to it, Miss McGren.
Yes, you hardly seem to freak out over the many people in this very large area.
Just don't think about the number. You hear Care say as he is getting Dingus and Dazzle sort of settled in.
It's not that big of a
I'm just
number.
gonna kind of look over at Karen and go, do you realize that we have as many coins as there are people in the city?
Don't think about the numbers, he says to himself.
There's a lot of coins.
I thought we'd come see you off. I'm due some time off myself, so I could take the day. Here. And he actually holds up I say wrapped, but it is brown paper, sort of tied with string around what is clearly a large bottle and a small box. Yeah, for the journey, or perhaps when you arrive.
Generally, you shouldn't have.
Oh, it's the least I could do.
Is it a
No.
familiar bottle?
No.
Okay.
That is untrue. The least you could do would be nothing.
No, won't be right. Could not do that. I, however, can do that. I'm afraid no parting gifts from me beyond my pleasant company, James says with a soft smile.
I'm fine with that. Your company's enough for me.
You're all going to be careful, right?
Yes.
At least as careful as we were getting here.
Hopefully more
His
so.
gaze turns Coldthwaite's way.
There's still large plumes of smoke.
Hopefully far more.
Please do try. Still, it is that Stenhouse is right. It's going to be strange not having you all around.
Yeah, well, the city will finally get back to being proper and civilized for a bit. It'll be good.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I didn't say that it would be interesting. I said it'd be proper and civilized.
True. Well, yeah, you contact us on your journeys. Yes, let us know how you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we will as much as we can. I kind of shuffle around and realize never gave Stenhouse a scenting stone.
I'm quite aware that that boy here, and he points at Talday, is capable of communicating magically. Yes.
Affirmative, sir.
Right, there's the orders. Then you let me know everybody's okay.
I will do so.
Well, he actually moves over to the Carrick, holds his hand out.
Well, shake Tom's hand.
He grasps your forearm and pulls you in for a firm hug. Right,
Give him a hug back.
it's been a pleasure meeting you, boy. Take care of everything, and you watch over them all, yes?
I will. Tom,
Good.
enjoy the time before you retire.
Oh, yes.
Be far more relaxed afterwards.
Maybe. I'm gonna take up fishing. Yes.
Carrot gets that long off look.
If you get good at it, can you teach Carrick? He's rubbish.
Oh, well, of course. You must come out on later with me sometime, boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the rest of you, I expect to see you all again. Maybe I'll come spend a summer down with your lovely town.
Yeah, maybe when we get it a bit more nice. There's someplace decent to stay.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe before then. I've not done camping since I was a boy. Well, unless you count the field. I don't count the field. No.
I don't think anyone counts the field.
Still, there's something I wanted to double check. Your ship. When it's done, do you want to come back for its christening, or do you want it flown down to you?
Well, we have to do the training at some point, right?
About that, obviously good to train you all. It's good to know how to operate a ship you own. But if you're wanting to employ crew, it could put some under your jurisdiction, especially with the discussion of, well, your oversight of the forces down south.
I think that would be great.
Probably better more than just us. Them.
As far as christening, I don't think. Does anybody have any idea for a name for the ship?
Well, we have some time to think about it.
Yeah, I guess if we can't think of anything, we'll just let Roselle pick something.
James raises an eyebrow.
I do have
What? You're
one
imaginative.
idea, but I'm unsure how the rest of you would take it.
Oh, what is it?
Oh,
The Forge Hammer.
I would like that.
I think that's a fitting
Good to
name.
me.
Good name.
That's a good name.
Forge hammer. Right. Oh, no, well, I'll make note of that then.
Oh, thanks, sir. And maybe one of us will make the trip up for it. I don't know if we could probably spare all of us from the town. We'd probably be protecting it, so.
Well, if one of you can, it'd be nice to see any of you again, so.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I'm more likely to have business in Wyndon anyways.
He stands there a little awkwardly, shuffling his feet briefly. Terrible goodbyes. Till next time.
Just gonna flap Dingus over and land it on his shoulder and then jump off and give him a hug around the neck. I miss you, sir.
He reaches a hand up, very, very sort of gingerly patting you, not quite so confident.
Yeah.
I'll miss you all as well. You be safe, please.
We will.
we will.
We'll have amazing stories to tell you and maybe more interesting coins.
Oh, you expand my collection anymore, and actually, no. Frankly, I will be very happy. So, yes.
All right, goodbye, sir.
Goodbye.
And I'm gonna get back on Dingus and flap off.
And Stenhouse gives you away. He starts the salute briefly before just stopping himself and then waving for turning on hill and starting to walk back down the street. Roselle lingering for a little bit. Well, I suppose this feels a little strange, frankly. If any more end of the world scenarios come up, I suppose I'll contact you all.
Oh, I thought we still were working, aren't we?
In a way, but
I mean,
in a
the current
more
one ain't over.
quiet, subdued way. Keep up your efforts. And, well, I'll start looking into other things.
Don't work too hard.
Oh, I wouldn't know what to do myself if I wasn't.
You know, there's more of this new invention called relaxing.
No, doesn't sound right.
You better come visit. 'Cause I know better. You could.
I'll be sure to come see you all. Just try and get a shack up for me or something first. Don't quite like sleeping out under the stars, he smiles.
We'll try to get something set up. And besides, we're gonna, she's just gonna kind of lightly touch her stomach. I think we're gonna have a kid soon, and you're gonna have to meet him.
Oh, more Brooklands.
Yeah. Yeah, you only got like, what, 3-4 months, and you have to deal with that.
3-4 months?
Yeah.
Well, your species has a quick turnaround.
Yeah, we have a high mortality rate.
Oh, don't say that. That's... Well, in that case, you better hurry along.
Yeah. Goodbye,
Cassiopeia,
brother.
make sure you get shelter set up for her first.
I'll be fine. We can live in the wagon.
Yeah, they have it while I was in there.
True. Well, little sister, you be safe, and the rest of you.
Thank you. We will try our best.
Try harder than that. I know what your best is, he says with a little bit of a mocking smile.
Hey, no, our best's been good enough so far.
Well,
More or
it
less.
has managed to get us by. Oh, goodbye to you all. And
Goodbye.
he gives a sort of little nod of his head before turning to follow Stenhouse.
Gibson looks a little wibble. Doesn't like saying goodbye to people.
And Sigrid comes back out of the tavern carrying another sort of bundle. And got some of those baked goods you like so much, Cassie. You right. Off with you.
I'm gonna miss you so much, Sigrid.
I'll miss you too, dear. And she's giving you the rest of you a sort of concerned look. Yeah.
She does that once.
She's
in a
not great
while.
with goodbyes.
Well, you'll be coming back now, won't you? Okay, well, then it's not goodbye forever, so just chin up less. Okay. I'm gonna go inside, and she sort of very gently pats Gifton.
Oh, you actually scared a character?
Safe
player?
journeys.
Hey, we are going into pregnant Gifton, highly emotional phase. Faye, we're already emotional. She's dialing it up to 11.
I really was debating on commenting on that or not.
That's what I'm going for.
Note to self: silence
Gone
is
past
an
11.
amazing
She's now at
spell.
13.
And you are all packed up and ready to go. You're leaving the city.
Nice.
Oh wait, that one. No.
And one last thing.
No last things, no.
No, we're gone.
As we're leaving, Tilde will just comment to
I
himself.
have a question though. Are we
Yeah.
at the docks getting on a boat, or are we just driving south? What are we doing?
That was going to be my question. What route do you guys wish to take? Because you would have been able to arrange whichever sort of passage you would have liked to take.
I think we would have taken a boat because it's way faster than going by land.
Do you want to take a boat to Roadvale?
Yeah, I think a boat to Roadvale because otherwise it's a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary. Yeah.
Like even if we do our best, I mean,
You want to get some good time ahead of that train, right?
yeah, I want to get some good time ahead of the train. So let's take a boat
if you
to.
really want to get some good time ahead of the train, we go to Alebridge.
No, we want to stop in Dolvewood though, because we want to stop in Wintercroft. So we should go that way. Because otherwise we're not stopping in Dolvewood and Wintercroft.
Yeah.
And we're stopping in Dolvewood because Marissa.
So
other things.
your options are Roadvale, taking the Wintercroft to Dolvewood route, or you can stop in Sedur, and a little bit longer of a journey, but there is passage that way.
I would assume that Roadville would make the most sense unless
you
somebody
do a
really
river
wants
journey.
to go to Sidur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we could
Yeah,
go to
'cause-
Sedur. Is there any reason somebody wants to go to Sedur?
I can't think of any.
I mean, all I can think of is that Cassie might want to. We could take a Sidur route. I'd be fine with that because it's not adding that much extra time.
Yeah, I would say Roadvale if no one wants to go to Sidur or doesn't have a great reason, but if Cass and everybody else is fine with going to Sidur, then all right.
It'll add about a week to your journey, the Sidura route.
How long
How
do
long
we
is
have?
this taking it total to get down there, you think?
Oh, let's map this out real quick. And he does have
Probably
travel
about a
times.
month.
I'm just saying because at about the month and a half mark, I don't come out of the cabinet anymore, so it's kind of important to me. and I voluntarily don't come out of the cabinet anymore.
We need to go from Tarnstead to Southwest Time.
No, we have to go from Southwest Time to Tarnstead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going the other way, we've already gotten.
Yeah, I would say about a month via the Roadvale route, maybe a month and a half by the Sidura route.
And that's just travel time.
That's
never
just travel
mind
time.
any-
Yeah. Honestly, Toby, do you want to do it? Because I'm fine with going to Sidur if you want to.
I would love to, but as it seems people want to get there quicker.
Also,
No,
a Sidura visit is something Cass can handle later as well if she wants.
Well, Cass is going to be fairly busy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I'm saying I'd be willing to do it now. I just wanted to know how badly off it was. If it's 2 weeks, that's not a big deal. But if it's like an extra month, then I was going to be worried. You know?
Don't want to give birth on the road.
No. Nobody wants that.
Your mouth is popping out.
So
Yeah.
if you want to go to Sidur, I'm fine with it because honestly, if we go to Sidur and Wintercroft are the places there are other brownies, so it's kind of interesting to me too. So
there is also another possibility. The party can split on its travel if you want.
yeah, I mean, if you get there ahead, that would be okay. Or we could have some of us go with the wagon and some not, right?
Mm-hmm. This is a complete possibility.
So yeah, you could have the people who want to hit Wintercroft and Dolewood, and so nah,
In fact,
that might not be the best.
It would actually be a faster route for the wagon to go from Sidur down to the thing if you were doing a straight shot and you weren't bothering to go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that, Toby?
Well, I don't want to split the party again because whenever we split the party, things take a lot longer.
Well, a lot of this is going to be
Hand wave.
hand wave time jumped anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be the major.
It's just what's
places.
opportunities for scenes, basically, is what you want. And I think we should do the Sidur thing because of the fact that it would give an opportunity for possible scenes for Cassiopeia. And that is my out of character assertion. And we'd never been there anyway, so why don't we? And I don't think any of us are really too keen on Roadvale. We did some bad things there. Looking at Carrick. He killed a man.
Cough. Trying to forget that.
So, what would it be, guys?
We're going to Sidur.
Yeah.
I'm making that decision.
Full party group? Full group to Sidura?
Yeah.
Well, I would honestly say if we're going to go to Sidur, we should break up the group. I can take the Vardo gift and the Brotkins with me.
My family's in Dolewood. I'm going to Dolewood.
Yeah, she's going to go to Dolewood.
Unfortunately, the bulk of I'm not sure if Carrick would go with those, but I know RG and Gifton. Oh, right, yeah, because you want to go to Wintercroft, yeah. So if you're taking anybody in the group with you, it's
probably
me, yeah, and maybe Corvus, who I assume can respond at some point, maybe.
Maybe.
Everyone's going to wonder where Corvus is. He's going to be found and tied up in the back of the Vardos.
Get out of my mind.
Why don't we just, as a group, we're going to Sidur and then we're going across. That way we all stay together. We can all hit all the major NPCs that we're probably going to want to see, and then we can keep going because there's somebody pretty much everywhere that we all want to go see. And Sidur, I would really like Cassie to have a chance to go to Sidur. So let's do Sidur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So everyone's going to Sedura. In that case, you have arranged to book. You've booked passage down to Sedura. And it's of course coinciding with the day the boat's going to leave. How convenient. And you depart the tavern. You get to the docks and you get loaded up on a ship. The captain is cordial, but isn't. He isn't your favourite man. He's polite though and gets you all settled in. And you begin quite the journey down south. It takes roughly, I think, 2 weeks of sailing.
I'm reading my book.
You're reading your book?
I'm reading my book.
You're reading your book?
I'm gonna read my book.
I'm making rings.
I was waiting for the period so I could read that book.
I am reading my book and I am singing songs every day to all my favorite people.
Okay, so to Care and Dingus.
Care and Dingus and my brother Raz and to little lady Heya. And I'm even singing to Michael.
The journey is unlike your last boat trip, uneventful. There are no explosions rocking the ship. There are no giant sea turtles of doom.
How badly do I want to really make this trip interesting?
I don't know. It depends. How quickly do you want to get to?
No, I'm thinking about the potion.
Oh,
drink it.
I mean, you have time, and Cass, it's a boring ass trip.
I'm drinking. So what is it?
Let's see. IV tools, potion of longevity.
It's a D6 plus 6, I believe.
Yep. So give a D6 plus 6.
I believe.
There is a bottom line, so you may not get all of it.
It can't go below 13, I think.
Well, this is
Right.
you're 8 years younger.
Cass, you reduce in age by 8 years.
Cass is now down to a 20-year-old.
Yeah. So yeah, your features become a little more youthful. You lose some lines. Surprisingly, you actually lose some scars in the process. Unfortunately, it does not make your arm come back.
No.
But yeah, a few body aches and such seem to vanish, and yeah, you feel youthful.
Yay!
I have a question to the GM.
And now Cass can honestly go board.
How many rings can I make in the trip to Sedur?
I'm gonna say it's a little tricky on the boat because it does, it messes you a bit. If you want to have them be the same quality, I'm gonna reduce the rate you can craft them by half. You could normally do 1 a day. So basically you could do 7 of decent quality.
Okay, and this brings the second question, because it wasn't gone over. The bag of gems that was given to me by Allie. Ella.
I'm Addy.
Yes, the half dragon.
Really
yeah, I know, but this was so you could see because this was practice. How much I made 2 rings already out of that. How many rings total did he give me gems for? Because that was actually not discussed. I didn't think about it.
Do a quick roll right now. We're going to do a D6 plus 3. You have 8 more gems to go through.
Okay.
Actually, no, that was the total. So take the.
So I have 6 more.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm guessing 50 GP in silver is plenty to make that amount of rings.
Yes.
Because I think that's a pound of silver.
50.
No, that's a pound of gold.
That's a pound.
Is
50 gold pieces worth of silver.
Yeah.
That's 500 silver pieces. Each silver piece is a third of an ounce.
It's 500. It's whatever the cost in silver was for 50 gold. So it's 10 pounds.
Okay, so it's 10 pounds of silver.
Yeah,
yes,
so that's plenty.
That's plenty. Okay.
I will speak with you outside of game about something else because I don't want to make that roll on the boat.
Okay.
I also need to know how much gold I had to spend for something, but I didn't think about it until just now.
Well, if you want to send me a note on the side real quick, and so you can do that. Gifton. A little bit alarming. You are already starting to show.
Honey, I think one of the times we practiced, we may have been successful.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. Oh well, that means I was pregnant for a while. Wow. We don't have nearly as much time.
Did we? And Kate seems to be sort of trying to count back. When did we?
There's been a lot of nights and mornings.
Yeah.
And mid afternoons.
Well, then, I guess we didn't need that blessing, huh?
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll stick around and we can use it next time. And blessings last year's, right?
I have no idea. Okay, I guess we should hurry on this journey then.
Yeah, we should hurry. Gifton is also going to... Well, no, she wouldn't have time to do that because this was during the journey. She's not going to have any time to do any crafting because she's reading a book. Reading a book.
Reading a book.
Reading a book. Oh, and I was going to add one other thing I'm praying to. I am praying to Ellen.
You praying to Ellen as well?
I've been doing... Yeah. Okay. I do pray to Ellen, so...
Right. In that case, yes, after a couple of weeks at sea, you hear the bells on deck being rung as if to announce something to passengers. And you're not actually the only passengers. There are a few other cabins occupied. It is actually a passenger ship. And you can all head up on deck and catch a sight of the port city of Sedur. It's a substantial city, nowhere near the size of Wyndon, but just a little on the smaller side of Colthwaite, perhaps. And definitely dedicated to its docks. The docks are actually quite expansive, stretching out along the coast, and some of the piers going very deep out into the water. Various ships along it, and there are some heavy coastal defences. You can see towers lining the shoreline, even a couple of forts set up on sort of rocky outridges in the water. And perhaps a little bit of a disheartening sight. There is clear wreckage still there. There's a military presence, it seems like. You can see some boats flying the Baratheon military flag, surrounding what looks like to be the hold of an airship, still sticking out of the water.
Wow. How long has it been out of character?
It's only been about a month.
A month. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of stuff.
Well, I mean, those airships are massive, so...
No, I'm saying that in character.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Cass is just staring at it. I'll have to get out there here.
Okay, well, do what you can do.
But first we get everyone to
GM, what's our boat? What's the boat we went on?
Your boat name is
Bodie McBoatface.
No.
Let's see. Your
Carrick
boat
might
name
sink you to that.
is
Also, I sent you a message of interdex for the check, by the way.
Oh, okay. This boat is the kinship.
Oh, that's actually a little too perfect.
And Blackie, you can choose whichever of the stats you like. I'm happy to take either sort of crafty, led by sort of body checks or more thought out stuff. So, and for the gold, depends what sort of quality you're looking for.
High quality. Don't know if
probably
not a heavy ring.
Not a heavy ring. So if you are looking to do a light, elegant gold band, just for the band itself, if you spend at least 10 gold, you can get some real pure shit, yo.
Okay.
And of course, gems. Cost of gems, however much you wish to seek out.
That one we already cleared out, so that I already had written on.
Yeah. For if you want to use some really good flux and such, if you tack on enough of
that too.
If you want to tack on, yes, you already have that. Too. Okay, then you're sorted.
Yeah. Can I make you for the practice rings? Can I just make one roll for all of them?
If you want to.
Individual.
I'll
do individuals.
Okay, go for it.
Just don't worry about. Keep going with the thing. I'll just roll and
note your rolls down. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and the ship slowly pulls in. It seems like the docks nearest the crashed airship are off limits as such. There are no boats in at them, and those Brassian warships are probably there to keep out people from going through the wreckage. But soon enough, the boat pulls into dock, and once it's all moored and other nautical terms for parking a boat, your wagon...
No, that's the correct one.
Your wagon is offloaded, and you are able to depart.
Cassie, do you want to look around for a little bit before we head out?
How long are we going to be here for?
We leave as soon as you're done. We leave.
Allie, what time of the day is it?
Right now, it's about 3 p.m.
We may want to stay overnight and head out in the morning.
All right, I'm fine with that. I could use a decent meal at an inn. Oh, do you think they have a good potato? I would love a potato.
We'll find
Cass knows of a tavern.
We'll find some good potatoes.
Oh, and some spring onions. And maybe a little bit of fish.
Isn't it the middle of the winter?
Anything for you, my love?
Oh, and some mutton.
No.
And mutton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mid-spring at this point.
And a pickle.
Actually, it's longer.
Pickle. Okay, yes, we will find all of that. Right.
Good luck.
How about you will find a tavern? I'm going to go hunting.
Why are you going to go hunting? We could just get food at the tavern.
I'm worried they won't have everything.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind if we can't
also,
get everything.
No. And I just need to pick up a few things for myself as well. So,
it may be best if you stay with your wife at this moment, and potentially we may be able to assist.
Oh, please, if you can.
Especially Carrick.
Yes. Oh, please. I mean, of course, it's not a big deal, is it? He says, wrapping an arm around you, Gifton. We all know that. But it would be nice to have those things, wouldn't it?
I don't even remember what I asked for. It's fine.
Potatoes, spring onion, mutton, pickles. Oh, God.
Oh, I don't like
Fish.
pickles.
At this point, Cass is grabbing the reins of the lead horse and guiding him through town.
Okay. And it's not hard to find a tavern. There are, in fact, some along the docks.
Actually,
Yes?
Allie, Cass does know of a tavern. She built it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Cass is taking him because she knows where it is in town.
Okay. All right. In that case, you can head on over there. Let's see. How long ago was this, Cass? It's been quite a few years at this point. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. She hit Tarnstead about 17. She was there for 4 years. She looks younger now. She did her journey 23, 24, and then went back to Tarnstead.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you reach the tavern. Doesn't look quite as you remember. Looks like some work has been added on, expanded it. Signage definitely isn't the same. Seems to have changed hands or changed names at the very least.
Cass is going to go, wait here, I'm going to go check this out because this seems different.
It could be that somebody died in a recent stir attack and it got sold.
And Cass is going to leave the wagon and go poke her head inside.
All right. So you pop your head into the Soft Goat Inn.
I love the name.
It's so soft.
And as you head on in, there's a few people in here having lunch, it seems, or an early dinner. And you get waved at by a quite a large, very hairy man. Talking arm hair that is basically a mat.
Could braid it.
Yep. Great big bushy beard, and very wide fellow. He's almost dwarven in stature, despite being, in fact, near about 5'11". He gives you a wave and goes, "Oi, what can I get you?"
Cass is looking around. Did this recently change hands?
Recent? Oh, no, got this about 3 years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize any of the furniture?
Yeah, there's a few bits and pieces in here that are similar, and there's a lot of mismatched furniture now.
Cass is looking around going, where did all my construction go?
Your construction?
Yes, I essentially helped build this place. I put together 90% of the furniture that was in here.
Well, I think that table over there is from back when I got it. Few of those chairs, and yeah, they look similar, Cass.
Cass is just are the tables clear?
One of them is, and if you go over to it,
yeah, Cass is just going to kind of do the casual lift and look for her maker's mark.
Cass, when you lift it, this is marred and stained and gouged. Looks like it's been hit with knives. People have carved their initials in.
Wow. Well, at least it's still intact.
Yeah, there's... For how long? Don't know. Things get broken here regularly. You're a woodworker then?
Carpenter. Yes.
Huh. What are your prices? Could do with some more furniture.
Not for hire at the moment. We're going to be setting up stuff. Probably in 6 to 7 months, I'll be available for hire.
Oh, well, what do you say, 6-7 months? Oh, I don't know what I'll need by then. And he sort of gazes around the bar, and Cass, there are chairs that like have legs clearly just sort of nailed back on. And just looking around, things must get roughed up here pretty regularly.
All right. Well, I need 3 rooms and stabling for overnight.
Stabling? I'm afraid I don't have stabling available. Can do your rooms though.
Sadly, we do need stabling, so...
Yeah. Well, you might want to try closer to the gates. A lot of people are staying here right now. A lot of people lost passage. Rooms are getting expensive.
All right. Well, Cass is going to trot over to the bar. If you do want to hire, send a letter down to Beacon in several months, and I will take a look at and get to work when I have time. And she's going to write down her name.
Beacon? Not familiar.
We're going south to set it up.
Well, good luck to you then, Les. Is that it? No drinks? No food?
If you can get me a small bread platter and with meat to go, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to take up all your time, but we do need the stabling, unfortunately.
I'm afraid unless you want to carry it out by hand, kind of eat in.
Okay. Well, send a letter down with what you're looking for, and I will see about trying to rebuild. Are you looking for what was originally put in here?
Yeah, just some cheap chairs, cheap tables.
The word cheap.
Yeah, well, Cass can do cheap. That's not a problem. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if you want, or you can write up a list of what you want, and I'll see about getting stuff sent up, and it'll be pay on delivery.
What are your prices, Les?
What would be the cost of a chair, Allie?
Depends.
Type of wood and materials.
In talk to you that a craftsman's work is valuable, and you have basically been working by that method. You charge a few good gold pieces for a piece of furniture normally. But you have also seen very, very, very simply made things going on sale for silvers.
Well, I do heavy construction work on anything I build, and I build to last.
He
So
looks
my
at
prices
all
tend
of
to-
the stuff that has been replaced in here. You said those tables and
Yeah,
chairs were
that-
yours?
Yeah.
They
the
don't
stuff that's
last.
still standing is mine.
Plenty of that stuff ain't standing no more.
Well, I can build it heavier.
Cassie's
initial-
suddenly going to use the steel type ironwood bullshit. I will make you a tavern that will not break.
I tell you what,
I can
If you-
order materials that, when properly produced, are the equivalent of steel plate, but
Well-
it's going to be incredibly expensive. But it will survive just about everything.
tell you what, you can make me a chair that won't break when being broke over a man's back. I'll give you 2 gold pieces per piece. Guess that's real cheap.
Yeah, that is real cheap.
Make it out of
The
bamboo.
potentiality for severe injury, I'm going to have to say 5, because someone taking a hit from a chair, especially in a brawl, that chair is going to take a lot of impact and force damage.
Well, for what you're asking, I can get, several chairs.
Has to prove by hitting him with a chair.
Do you really want incredibly well-built chairs used in a tavern brawl?
No, not really.
Mm-mm.
I tell you what,
Well,
2 gold, 5 silver.
I fear I will have to pass.
Your
So
loss.
I will send you a sample of something, though if your clientele is that rough and tumble, I will poke around in my contacts to see if there's anyone who's looking for what you're offering and what you need.
Alright, well, if you can beat old Benson's prices, then send them my way.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day. And so you picked this place up about 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good day.
You too.
And Cass is going to trot out.
Okay.
And she's going to grab the reins and go, nope.
They don't have potato?
Gifton, I wouldn't let my family stay there.
But you made it.
Not anymore. They've wrecked everything.
Oh.
Whoever runs that place, it's more of a brawler's inn than a tavern.
Oh.
And Cass,
That sounds kind of fun.
and Cass is going to head out to the outer ring and look for stabling. Also, they didn't have any stabling.
Oh. Okay. Gifton's gonna just perch with Dingus on the roof of the Vardo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you head further out and you can find some rooms. Unfortunately, rooms here are quite expensive at the moment. They are asking 5 gold pieces per head.
Cass will pay for it.
Okay.
Gifton will insist on paying for her and care because they are strong, independent brownies that have recently had a existential discussion about handouts and stuff like that with the Warforged. So Gifton insists on paying, and she gets wibbly pregnant woman if you don't let her pay.
Cass
Pregnant
will
woman card.
deal with that.
Yeah. So Care will sort that out.
Cass is getting everyone set up, and then she's heading for the docks.
Okay. Right. So you're all able to settle in. They do have bread. They do have potatoes. They do have spring onion. They do have mutton. They do not have pickles.
That is okay. Gifton decided partway into this she didn't like pickles anymore. So this is okay. She does. She does order all of these things and let Dingus and Dazzle have them. Dazzle's getting fat.
Dazzle, despite her dainty method of eating, is still eating quite a lot and seems to be a bit more hungry than usual. And Dingus is fawning over her, far more than usual as well.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, yes.
He's not even as distracted by food anymore.
Yeah. In fact, strange sight, Dingus is pushing food towards Dazzle.
Oh.
Dingus is sick. That's that. Can someone cast detect disease?
One quick question, Allie. Am I able to cast any kinds of magic currently?
You are able to do your brownie magic, and are you trying to attempt any other kinds?
Yes, I will have attempted to try to cast guidance for Carrick for his crafting.
Okay, so you try to cast guidance, and unfortunately the spell does not take, but there is actually a flow of energy. Seems uncontrolled, almost wild, and it does sputter out, but there is energy where you weren't able to bring any before.
Okay, I'm going to start concentrating on that, which Gifton concentrating on that is she's going to close her eyes a bunch and think wings come out, wings come out, wings come out, and that's what she's going to be doing a lot of.
Alright, so Gifton is standing there squinting and like sort of hunching over a bit.
Like,
she may look constipated.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Carrick, I cannot cast guidance for you.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, when we're sitting there eating, Gifton's gonna just sit there with Carrick, kind of look around, going, "Do you think there's any brownies like hanging out on the rafters or anything?" Just look around.
Did you want me to go take a look?
Sure, if you don't mind. Just don't get kidnapped.
I won't. I'm sure Dazzle will protect me. Won't you, Dazzle? Dazzle? And Dazzle looks up from her food, giving him a sort of dismissive look. Oh, I do this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, why don't you do that the old-fashioned way? But yeah, just don't get kidnapped.
Yep, I'll certainly focus on that.
Okay, good luck.
And Care goes basically clambering off.
Yep. I'm gonna sit there and eat with Dingus and Dazzle, and I'm just gonna be just like, good. Oh, they're so cute together.
Yeah. Cass, you head back down towards the docks, yes?
Yes.
Okay. As you're heading through the streets, getting closer to the docks, there are a lot of damaged buildings. Not only is there, signs of forced entry, there are a few that are just completely caved in. Looks like by either sort of heavy cannonball fire, or you as an adventurer, you've started to recognise the signs of sort of the magical versions of artillery, fireballs or other heavy spells. At one point, you come onto a street and the entire sort of block here is levelled, the ground indented, as if it was attacked by a large limb.
We should have been here.
But as you get closer to the ocean front, the sound of sort of construction grows louder. And as you sort of turn out of one street, getting clear a few of the docks, you can see that there is in fact woodwork being put up around a fort that looks like it was taken down. Some work being put back up, wooden framing sort of helping the process. And yeah, now you can see out onto the sort of clear docks and to that wreckage floating, or well, sunk, sticking out of the water.
Cass is just looking at like, I really don't want to do this, but I have to. And she's looking around for brass soldiery.
Okay, not hard to find. In fact, there seems to be patrols on docks. They don't have a defensive line or anything, but you can see wandering soldiers just keeping an eye out. And as you approach, they actually hold up their hands as if to sort of flag you down, stop you. Miss, the docks are off limits right now.
I can see that. I'm looking for your commander.
And he actually pauses as if taking you on in your form and going, "You're a centaur."
Cass looks back. Yes, indeed, I am.
You he sort of nudges his head towards the wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, come with me, miss.
And Cass will follow.
And he leads you along. Yes, I know, it's very hard to notice, but he picked it out, Tilde. And you are led to a building nearby. It looks like it was just a house or something like that, but clearly abandoned. One of the walls is half collapsed, just boarded up. And as you go in, it looks like this is being used as a sort of temporary command post. And there's just a man in a brassing uniform, ranks of a captain on his collar. Just talking to what looks to be crafters. You see tool belts, one seems to be covered in stone dust, and they're just going over some plans. The corporal leading you knocks on the door, going, "Sir, I think we got a still shot here." And he looks up and beckons you in.
Cass is going to walk in, and Cass is fully loaded out right now.
Ew. You're a steel shot.
Yes, Lady Cassiopeia Steel Shot.
Were you on the ship?
No, I wasn't. I was in Colthwaite.
Right, okay. I was wondering why I was seeing a walking corpse. Relation, though.
Daughter, eldest.
Of who?
Han and Serendipity Steel Shod.
Oh, the company owners.
Mm-hmm.
You've got any proof of that, miss?
Cass is going to hold up her aventuring pendant. You can verify with General Rozelle and Wyndon.
Blimey. Mind if I take that a second?
Mm-hmm. You can also ask High General Stenhouse.
And he takes the pendant from you, and he actually pulls out a little stone from a pouch he has, and holds it near the pendant. And you see the pendant light up, Cass. And then a shimmering form appearing over it of you. No need to verify.
I've never seen it do that before.
Oh, how long have you been platinum?
Couple weeks.
Oh. No need to verify who you are. These are magical. You didn't know?
No.
Oh.
It's been a very long 6 months.
Oh, there you go then, Miss Stillshot. And he hands your pendant back to you.
And she's going to put it back away.
Well, how aware of you of the state of your company?
I'm technically not part of the company. I'm somewhat estranged from it.
Yes, I'd already assumed that, considering your name hadn't come up in any of the documentation.
I was living in Tarnstead.
Oh, you are not on the company register, and he actually pulls a large sheaf of papers out. In fact, there are no living people to take it on right now.
Well, if I need to, I will. But I was hoping to get permission to see about inspecting the wreckage to see if I could find any remnants of my family.
Well, taking on the company, I'm afraid, is a legal matter that isn't quite as simple as you going, I want it. As to the wreckage, I'm afraid I can't let you on board. If you want to see about your family, though, I can take you to where we have buried most of them, and you are welcome to some of their possessions.
I would appreciate that.
Right, follow me then. And he actually leads you out. And he will take you outside the walls of Siddur. Just slightly to its west, sort of heading along the coast a bit. Until you come to, well, a lot of clearly recently disturbed earth. Separate plots. It's not a mass grave or anything, but, well, clearly soldiers' graves, hurriedly dug, marked simply. and quite large because centaurs. We have most of their things stored in the house. A lot of it's listed as company equipment, but personal effects you'd be welcome to.
I understand. And Cassis, if you can give me a few moments.
Of course. If you'd like, I can leave you here. You can come back to me when you want to collect your family things.
Thank you.
And then he nods to you and leaves you there. A lot of these are just simple wooden grave postings, Cass, and many of them don't actually have names on them. A few do, though. It seems who they could identify they have.
And Cass is just waiting for the captain to get out of earshot, and she's just going, I should have made sure we got down here.
Unfortunately, the graves do not answer you back.
And Cass is just going to sit down and just be there for a little while.
Yeah, you can spend however long you want to there.
And it's going to be ugly crying.
Yeah. Ugly crying, just accompanied by the sound of coastal winds and seagulls, unfortunately.
And once she's done, she's going to clean up and she's going to head back and see about collecting personal effects.
Okay. Once you return, he will actually send a guardsman out with you to lead you to what looks to be a repurposed storehouse, and the guardsman will take you in and basically motion to a few stacked crates. And these are the bits that weren't on the register, ma'am.
Thank you.
Do you need help moving them?
Cass is going to do a couple test lifts of the boxes. How many are they? Large crates or the little
There are 2 large crates and 1 smaller one. You can carry each of the large crates easily, but you wouldn't be able to do all of them at once.
Cass is going to just lift one of the larger crates with ease and just go, I'll be back for the rest.
Okay, I'll stay outside, ma'am.
And she'll trot back to the inn that she put everyone and drop off 1 crate and come back.
Okay, the rest of you see Cass return briefly, carrying a large box. Okay.
Right. Sorry about that.
No worries.
I was going to say, Gifton's waving hi at Cassie as she comes back, because that's what Gifton do.
That is quite a box you have there.
I hadn't heard Cassie.
I saw Cassie's microphone thing flicker, so I assumed they were back. It's distant.
It's just distant cargo room.
Yes.
It's cars betraying us.
Yeah.
I return.
There we go.
There we are.
There we go.
That is quite a box you have there.
I don't think Toby realized that you started back up.
We're starting back up.
I'm back in.
So, you have quite a big box there, Cassiopeia.
Oh, yes. There are more. I'll be back.
Do you want some help?
And Cass is just trotting off.
I will go with her.
I
Is anyone else coming?
I'll come too. Tell you I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll give her a hug and a kiss and go find out what's bothering the centaur.
Gonna hurry up a little bit more.
Yep, you catch up with the centaur.
And the centaur isn't really trotting hard, rather it's more of a depressed trot.
I'm gonna guess this is very obvious that you're depressed. I probably think we need to say check out. What's wrong, Cass?
Cass is just pointing out towards the ocean. I always thought I'd have a chance to talk to him again.
Out of character, because I'm just suddenly remember. Do we actually know about it, or did only?
Yes.
We
Yeah,
do know.
no.
We definitely know.
Remember. I couldn't remember.
We definitely know.
I take it that's their what's left of their belongings then.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's more, but it's just you always think that you'll have time to talk to someone, and then something like this happens, and it's just like, how did we not see this coming? I mean, we knew it was going to happen, but where did they get the ability to bring down an airship?
I mean, we know that it caught it what was flying over the water. Or sorry. No, we were there. We got told by General Rizal.
No, you're not with
You
us.
are not there.
I thought I was there at the table waving at Cass.
We
left.
Yeah, we left.
Remember,
okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, confused. Never mind.
Yeah, the only people left the place are you and me, and Corvus,
Okay.
assumedly.
I mean, they could have brought out the people who use magic with them, if nothing else. You can do electric. You can do lightning bolts. We've seen what fireballs can do.
There are certain siege machines that could do something as well. Would you like me to inquire?
At this point, I don't think it's worth it.
Is there anything I can do to assist?
Just help me move the stuff back. Or actually, if you two want, you can take the crates back. I'm going to go talk to the captain about one other thing.
Where are they?
And she's going to lead him to the warehouse and let the corporal know. She's going to take him to the warehouse.
And the corporal nods at you as you approach, giving the other two a sort of inquisitive look.
These are part of my company.
Okay, sir?
They will be collecting the final 2 crates, and I will be heading to talk to the captain.
Yes, ma'am.
It's another big crate.
Yep. If you guys, you until they can manage the other 2 crates between you, carry the big one, smaller one on top between the both of you.
Is it going to possibly damage anything?
You might have sore arms after. There you go. All right. In that case, you until they can load it up onto the disc.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this the easy way. And because I'm guessing in between the two of them, they probably weigh less than 500.
Yes. Now you can manage this. Yeah. All right. And Cass, you head off to the captain again. Who sort of looks up as you come on in and sort of just motions you over.
Now, you said there was legal dealings to deal with the company.
Yes, and he just sort of moves aside some other papers as he's checking stuff. Of course, mercenary companies have debts most of the time. They operate on loans and payments. There are a few lords that will be taking possession of some of their assets.
And how much do they owe?
And he starts leafing through paper. They owe about, let's see, it's 15,000 to them, 10,000 to them, about 50,000 in total.
50,000 gold?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that in plat? It's 500 plat?
5,000.
Oh, that's
1 gold to 10 plat.
Yeah.
Or 10 gold to 1 plat.
If you're talking about for the sale and the
We got
split, I think it's
500,000 gold
500,000.
each. Yeah. So we got 500,000 gold each, so that would be about 50,000 flat.
Yeah, so basically a tenth of what you just got.
okay.
Oops, ignore that. I clicked the wrong button.
Okay. No, I was missing a 5 on my plat number. And what lords are looking at claiming property?
He opens his mouth briefly before sort of closing it and going, "Not at actually liberty to say, ma'am."
Well, I want to know who I'm paying.
It's not as simple as that. This isn't an auction. You weren't listed on any register of the company, as far as I can tell.
Gas is just like, very well. Well, I was going to pay out the debts in full, but...
If you wish to take this kind of thing up, you'd probably be better approaching some of the courts in Windon.
Oh, they would just love to see me again.
Well, here, and he actually pulls a piece of scrap paper aside and just starts writing some stuff down with his quill. If you wish to look into it, these are some people you should talk to.
I thank you for that.
Of course, and I shouldn't, but yeah. Frankly, I don't think this will bring much comfort, but I think I would like to know. This is a list of the missing and the dead.
And she's going to take a look.
There are a lot of listed as dead, confirmed, Cass. Out of the entirety of your family, there are about 5 still listed as missing. Notably, though, one of them is your brother.
Sirius is missing?
I've been unable to find his body anywhere.
Hmm.
But don't let that get your hopes up. It's the ocean, and that was a big beast.
And it was one of Scrim's.
And that's apparently the name of the general that led the attack on us, yes.
Oh, just another reason to kick his ass when I find him.
Oh, good luck to you, miss. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
No, I thank you for this. I will see about leveraging some extenuated contacts in Windon.
Well, I'm sure if you have that and these sort of motions where you tucked away your pendant, I'm sure you have them. Good luck to you.
Thank you, and you have a great day. Oh, the gravesite outside the wall.
Yes. Sorry, we couldn't do better.
No, it's to be expected in a situation like this, but my question is who's going to be keeping that area up? Is it going to be the Temple of Amor, or...
He looks vaguely awkward for a moment, before just saying, whoever sees it in the heart to keep care of them.
Could you repeat that, Ellie? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Whoever sees it in their heart to take care of them. There isn't a dedicated temple to Amor here, unfortunately.
Do you know who owns that land?
The city, so in technicality, the local lord. Although he leaves most dealings through the mayor here.
I see. And where would the mayor be found?
He has an estate just a little east of town. You're worried about the graves not being overseen?
I was more thinking of purchasing the land and having a memorial put up for everyone who perished here.
Well, and you do not have much budget to deal with the reconstruction. It would probably be a simpler matter to pay for them to be taken care of rather than purchasing the land. Frankly, having them reburied would be easier than purchasing the land.
We were told how to write out IOUs for payment, correct?
Yes, the you've seen how to do that. You've seen banknotes and such.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you know how to handle them yourself as such, I'm not quite sure.
Well, Cass wants to, since Cass isn't carrying all that money with her, and she does have an account in Wyndon, she's going to write out a note for 1,000 plat to take care of that land in perpetuality.
I can tell you, Gifton has 5,000 plat on her.
I can also tell you it wouldn't cost nearly that much.
Well, that's why I said in perpetuality.
Okay. So you start writing that out, and he sort of gives you a curious look. And what's this?
I do believe you said it would be easier to hire someone to care for it, and the city doesn't have the budget to do it, so I will pay for someone to be hired to take care of that land in perpetuality.
Oh, okay, well, this would have to go to Wyndon, and this is a lot of money.
As I said, in perpetuality. It will last for a very long time, and I will look at seeing about setting up a trust to pay for it.
You said you had contacts with in Wyndon, in the military?
Me and the company I'm working with have had extensive dealings with General Rozelle.
In that case, he sort of taps your notation. I'm not sure how... Have you done this before?
No, I haven't.
You don't have a seal on here.
Ah.
And have you gotten that sort of thing sorted?
I have a bank account in Wyndon. If nothing else, I will figure out how to deal with all this then.
Right, well, what I recommend you do then, ma'am, send letter to your contact. Have them supply the funds, and they can work with us to get this sorted.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time, Captain.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's a somber affair. Still, it's something at least, right?
Cold comfort, but there's survivors, possibly.
He gives that sort of doubtful look, but clearly does not want to say otherwise. He just sort of nods vaguely.
And what sort of creature was it that attacked?
Nothing like I've ever seen before. A great big beast, bigger than one of our airships. Bladed tentacles, great big maw. Just pulled her down.
I see.
Near ripped the ship in half. Unfortunately, he sort of motions out. If she were intact, we could salvage her, but after ship missing, dragged off to the depths. No chance of that.
Well, if you want, I can always, since it's still daylight, I can swim out a ways and check.
Oh, I have to ask you respect the cordon, the vessels out there. But if you wish to go into the water, I wouldn't recommend it though. The seas can be rough at night.
I understand. Well, I will take my leave. I don't think we'll speak again for a long time, but I wish you well, and thank you.
And you?
And Cass is going to head out.
Okay. You are able to head on out to start heading. Do you want to go back to the inn, or are you going elsewhere?
Cass is going to head back to the inn.
Okay. You get to the inn a bit after Telday and Carrick return with your crates. Gifton, in this time, Care sort of shows back up.
Hi, honey.
And, oh, hi. Okay,
You look tired.
Haven't done that in a while. You really get used to pseudo dragons being able to take you everywhere.
I know, we're kind of lazy now, aren't we?
Oh, a little bit. Wasn't able to find any brownies, but I did find signs.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess.
Think they might be hiding from us?
Well, I wouldn't really blame them, would you?
Just a bit.
I'm just gonna shrug. I guess it's fine.
Oh, maybe a bit bad of me, but I carved our names and, well,
Yeah.
it's a little message.
It's okay. We're gonna have a whole nother brownie to hang out with soon enough.
Oh, and he just sort of leans down a bit as looking at your tummy, sort of.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab his hand over, you know.
Oh, I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad. I've been thinking about names.
Oh, do you think it's gonna be a boy or a girl?
Well, it's clearly gonna be a boy.
And what are you thinking?
I was thinking Becker Thomas.
He,
You know, like the humans do the middle names.
He looks briefly choked up, but just nods a bit. I like that.
Is this right in the table, by the way?
Oh yeah. You guys are going in with boxes and whatever. We're just having our little conversation. We got ditched.
Archie's
I mean, you have
Archie,
you have
yeah.
Talia, you have Corvus,
Yeah.
who's probably drunk.
I don't know. I was thinking of Becker Thomas or something like that.
I think that's a good name.
Yeah. Let me give him a hug.
And he hugs you tightly.
Well, I think I want to go sleep. Maybe. I got some things I need to do, and I have to pray to a lot of people before I go to bed.
Maybe you should call it an early night. Do a bit of light reading.
Early night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Cass is gonna be all right.
I don't think I'm in any position to stop her from not being all right.
Yeah. I think it's best just to deal with it.
Yeah, I think she needs to have a chance to grieve a bit. And I'm going to go out to the Verdo. And there is one thing I want to accomplish tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to say to my oath to my bow.
Okay. All right.
Does it light up again?
Gifton.
Yeah.
You hold your bow and you speak your oath, sort of focusing as you have before. And as you do so, you feel that little channeling of energy again. That sort of uncontrolled. And your bow does start to light up. The text on it glowing, although it's not the sort of defined light it once was. There's now a sort of greenish hue.
I think I broke it.
What do you mean?
Look at it.
It looks intact to me.
It was green glowing now. Didn't do that.
It didn't.
No, it was more white and ooh. It's broken.
As you say, dear.
You say that a lot lately. What's going on?
Well, he sort of fiddles with his hands a bit. I don't want to upset you.
Squint.
You're justifiably so. Being a little more tearful lately.
You say
No,
that
I
I'm
did.
the most And that's basically Oh, poor Care.
And Cass, you are able to get back into the inn.
Cass isn't really coming into the inn.
No?
No, she's going to open the small crate.
Okay. This isn't particularly organized. There are a multitude of things in the crate. There seem to be waterlogged pieces of paper, some sort of articles of clothing, a few bracelets, rings, just all manner of things.
Just everyone's personal effects.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Cass will take the paper and close up the crate and see about the other two and just see about just taking a general idea of what's in there.
The other two are much the same, although the other two do seem to contain some larger items. There are things like thick bound books. There are actually a few arms and armament that apparently were personal and not company property.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of clothing as well.
Or you want to own their own damn sword.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can spend some time just sort of taking stock of what you have there.
Yep. And Cass is going to really try to move arms and armament into one crate, clothing into another, and just the small stuff into the last one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not so distributed that you can easily divide it. There is a bit of overlap, but you are able to organize it a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just wants to be able to, when she actually starts digging into it, she can try and track back where the stuff should go.
Yeah. As you are digging through low, give me an investigation check, Cass.
Investigation.
Quick, yell at Corvus.
Okay, as you're going through stuff, you come across something that is immediately familiar to you. You see a brooch that your mother often had when she was out of, air quotes, uniform, when she was going to her more casual day-to-day. Just a simple silver brooch with a holy symbol of Orlan on it.
Cass will pull that aside.
You pull that aside and you keep that out of the rest of the belongings.
Yeah, because it's identifiable.
Mm-hmm.
But Cass is going to finish up going through, and then she's going to close up everything, and then she has someone she needs to talk to, specifically a monk in the bar.
Okay, all right, you head on into the bar to see RG.
Yep.
As I was making joke, well, I hope they're still there. There she is.
Telde and Carrick, you got in a little before her and were able to settle back in if you wanted.
Okay. Yep. Settle back in with Talia. Actually, because I haven't actually technically pulled it out. Actually, while we're doing stuff, I'm going to pull out both the glass. Where's Pharrell? Do we have him in here, or is he?
Depends. Where do you want to keep Pharrell?
If we brought, I would have tried to bring him in. Would anything have been told to me as I tried to bring him in?
Yeah, fuck it. It's not exactly the greatest ritzy place you were able to bring him in.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the little mechanical dog and.
Oh no.
and the dragon. Both.
Do you wind the dog?
Yes.
So first off, he does sniff curiously at both items. When you wind the mechanical dog though, and it starts moving, there is immediately he moves behind your chair and bravely poking his head out from between your legs, starts yapping and barking at it.
Growling.
Yep.
Okay. So
and
he
does that typical dog thing of edging forward bravely. Oh, just scamper back.
I'm gonna reach down and pick him up.
Okay.
Just kind of pet him.
You tried to pick him up, but as lifting him brings him closer to the aggressor, he vanishes out of your arms, back beneath the chair.
Goodbye, dog.
I'm gonna put the metal dog back in the bag.
All right, you are then able to pick him up, although he is now looking suspiciously at your bag of holding, growling a little bit.
Oh my god, he's gonna tear your bag of holding. He's gonna attack it.
Yeah.
Kill the offending dog.
This is going to be Sam's copy of Destiny.
Oh
God.
No, my copy of Destiny and my Xbox headset.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick him up, petting him, get him to calm down. I'm gonna actually actively try to calm him down.
Animal handling.
Oh. You are
Oh.
able to get him settled down, and may have even convinced him that bag not fret.
I like to imagine this
Bag is where the bad things go because it keeps them away. Bag protect us.
Since we have the bag of holding and a haversack, it's kind of the true thing.
Now, the really concerning thing is if something bad starts to happen, you can try and shove the bad things into the bag of holding.
There's no winning here.
Yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, Tadia is just looking over the glass dragon, just turning it on the table, lifting it a little bit. And she actually looks over at Argy and just goes, it's a little creepy.
A little bit, yeah.
And she looks towards Corvus, who is currently imbibing him and getting a little tipsy.
Muttering about things he can see.
Yeah.
So if anyone else noticed, we went from Argy being the drunk to it seems maybe Corvus being the drunk.
See, Corvus is just a lightweight.
Out of curiosity, did Garrick leave the box for the dragon on the table as well?
Yeah, the whole.
Arju's just going to look calmly, upturn the box, sit it over the top of the dragon, just look over, telling him, better?
Oh, yeah, that works.
Great, I'm never going to hear the end of that one.
And
also,
Drunk Corvus, he got you a nice gift and you're being mean to it.
You don't like my dragon. Well,
It's a little. I mean, the one wing is a little big.
I was gonna say,
it's a little lopsided.
Why were you channeling the Nord there, Sam?
It's because I don't know how to do a Hexenreich accent. Don't
I know.
pick on me.
No, I think I will go and rest my head a bit. I'll free the sane, and Corvus will stumble up and excuse himself.
Good night, Corvus. Don't trip on the stairs.
No, the stairs will not
stairs.
trip me.
Wait, does he actually have to go upstairs?
No, he does not. But you have misguided him, and he is going upstairs.
Success. Also to the GM, I sent you another message.
Messages? Me?
Yes, because it's actually something that'll affect what I do. So, how busy is the tavern right now?
Fairly busy actually. Actually really busy. All the tables are occupied. Again, it was actually the rooms are pricey because most of them are occupied.
What time of the day or what time of the night is it right now?
I'd say you guys have spent a few hours in town. It's approaching about 7 p.m. now. Some have gone up for early nights.
So it's the time that a tavern would still normally be busy. It's not like we're at midnight.
It's not unusual busy, no.
Okay. I'm hoping she's going to be okay.
You say as Cass walks in.
Hey, Cass, join us.
Cass is going to trot over and just kind of slump down.
Slider
I will get you more drinks.
That's probably a good thing.
Till they will get up and go
Get more
grab
drinks.
several drinks.
Yep. You are served rather hurriedly as the bar is busy. In fact, Telday, you may not have been given the correct amount of change. You were given 2 copper more than you should have.
Huh. Just leave it there.
Okay, cool.
I was like sitting here. I'm like, I can't see Telday not just returning the money.
I'm assuming that I just grabbed enough drinks that I can't easily
yeah, basically
grab anything anyway. So
your change was actually just put onto the platter your drinks are on.
Did you find what you were looking for from the captain?
Not really. I don't even know what I was looking for, but I did get some interesting information. Which reminds me, RG.
Yeah.
I may need your family's help.
What with?
Anything to do with my family is looking like a bunch of lords are looking to grab and run. Because
Grab and run?
Yeah, there were debts from military action, which is normal in a mercenary company. You take on debt at the beginning of the campaign season and you pay it back at the end. Well, as pretty much the entire company was wiped out in one shot, a large number of the people who are owed debts are placing claims on everything.
I mean,
And I can't directly pay it off the debts, apparently.
I can try and do what I can to help, but isn't that kind of stuff that they would by all rights have claim to then? Because they paid for it?
Well, the thing is like I said, I was going to pay off the entire balance, but apparently I cannot because this is all taking place in Winden.
Well, you probably just gotta go talk to them, really. So, hey, you last forever do this thing. I'll admit the Illyrs aren't in the best standing position. If I'd gotten in with the Thal, gotten to know the Thals a bit better, probably could use them, but...
Well, it's sounding like it's going to auction. And as you have family there, quite personally, I would love to give your family the money to pay off the debts and just try to take control of I would like to try and take control of the company name myself.
Cass, give me an intelligence roll, please.
Derp, 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 derp. No derp.
Okay, Cass, when you say auction, you actually recall... Wait, no. You were told specifically it's not an auction type scenario.
Oh, it's not an auction.
This is literally just them...
You're told they're seizing stuff that is owed to them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they borrow like weapons and armor to outfit their people, and you really want the weapons and armor that was meant for like an entire battalion of people? You could get brand new stuff.
No, it's a lot of stuff. There's armament. There is actually some estates. There is freaking horses, carts. Their entire sort of mobility thing, but it is being divvied up equally to basically. This is repossession essentially.
It's basically like it's going back to the people who lent the money. It's like you took a loan from the bank and they claim what you bought with it, kind of thing, or repossession. Yeah.
Well, I was mainly going after the estate stuff, but if I had to pay off the entire balance, I was going to do so because there's a debt. I'm family. I'm trying to take care of the debt, but I'm.
Mm-hmm.
You said most. This is in character again, sorry. You said most? Thought your whole family.
They've been able to identify a large portion of the company, but there are those who are missing. And that includes my little brother.
Telday?
Yes.
How much do you need to know for your sending spell?
Those who are unfamiliar are more difficult. It is mostly for those with whom I am familiar.
More difficult, but not impossible.
Technically, the answer is no. It is only those
familiar
with.
is in the common parlance of you are familiar with them.
Yeah.
So he would have to know.
I do not believe that you could give me information, unfortunately.
Carrick doesn't know enough about specific spells. He knows of how his work. So
that's exactly
I had my magic I could scry. I had my magic I could scry.
magic and somewhere between fuck and all.
Your brother was on the ship then?
Apparently so. I guess he decided to join the company after I left.
And do you wish to search for him?
Well, the way I heard it was whatever attacked the ship ripped it in two, and only half of the ship is out there. The other half was drug away.
So you wish to go hunt a large creature in the ocean?
I'm more wondering if it wasn't drug away and whoever was left on that half of the ship was taken prisoner. Because it seems like something Scrim would do.
That is possible, but it does not sound like a very effective move. Be quite difficult if seized by a water-based creature.
But if he had control of that creature,
it would have to return to the land at some area.
I mean, who knows how easy it, if they haven't been able to find everybody and identify, maybe somehow he made it through. I mean, look at the people that survived in Tarnstead that made it out.
He may have washed up on shore as a survivor, indeed.
And there's unfortunately no one we can really impose upon to try and track him down.
If you knew someone of magical powers who could scry, that may be enough.
Unfortunately, I don't.
You had mentioned a connection in Dolpwood who has magic. Do they know?
Was that Lucian?
Capes?
First name. Was that Lucian?
That is Lucian, yes.
Lucian.
Lucian. I don't know if he knows how to or not. I never came up. My grandmother, as obviously knows. Oh, I need to talk to her soon. See if she's heard anything. If she's figured anything out for you, Talia.
Talia's not a bit.
There is, Carrick, there is something you might be able to help with.
Oh?
In the crates, there's a bunch of waterlogged documents. I was wondering if you might know some sort of magic that can unwaterlog them?
I guess it depends how waterlogged.
Well, in the morning we can have you take a look.
To the GM, I am trained in both forgery and calligraphers. Would I know anything non-magical to try to salvage waterlogged?
Depending on their state, yes.
Okay. If I might even have some non-magical ways to do some stuff with it. We can, is it stuff you want check before we leave, or?
We can take time because it's nothing I can deal with immediately, but I want to if they're personal letters, I want to try and get them returned.
Okay. In that case, I can take a look at that during the trip over to Wintercroft. Out of character, had we discussed how we're traveling from here on the trip?
The wagon.
Yeah.
I mean, are we going straight overland?
Yeah,
or
we're going
straight overland is the best way.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that on the way. I've got a couple of little things I need to do myself, but I can take care of those later, or while doing them. Shifty eyes. Speaking of, I will definitely take a look. Tell Day.
Yes.
On our trip, I may need some assistance if I have time to get to one of the things I need to work on. If you would assist me, if you have time, I will find you and talk to you on the trip, and I may need your assistance.
Of course, I will provide whatever assistance I can.
Thank you. Gonna no reason afterwards. Give Talia a hug. No reason afterwards.
Yeah, Talia hugs you back.
Huh, I wonder what he was talking about.
No reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right. Unless there's anything else you wish to discuss, you can get in, your meals and the rest of your night however you please.
Yay.
Gonna rebox the dragon up.
Yeah. And you get all your things sorted and turn in for the night.
Still have the mark on the bottom. Just doesn't.
It does indeed.
Okay.
So you turn in for the night, and come morning, you wake up feeling refreshed, and you can depart not soon after, unless there is any business you need to take care of.
We're on the road.
Yeah, Cass is pretty much done.
Yeah. So you
He has nothing left in Siddur.
You start to make your way from Siddur to Wintercroft. There is a rough road leading to, frankly, ill-maintained bridges, but after some harrowing crossing, you do actually manage to get across them without them collapsing and sinking in the wagons. And if you wish to try to do some restorative stuff during the week, you're gonna make sure those bridges do not go. Yeah, you can indeed.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's a week between Siddur and Wintercroft?
Oh, something like that, yep.
Okay. Yes.
Carrick?
Yes?
During this week, if I was to give you something, could you write it down in Enochian and teach me how to say it?
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Well, I could try. I'm going to let other people, because I have a feeling I have a lot they have to take care of this week, it sounds like.
Well,
so I don't know who all has plans.
That's me. I'm done. I will give you the text.
I don't think most people have plans other than having you do stuff.
I'm pretty sure that's most of it. I'm going to start the stuff with the paperwork. How bad is the waterlogging?
Some of it, some of the better bound journals are pretty in good condition, just a bit damp and frankly could just be dried out. Some of the things that were looser bound, didn't have protective coatings as such, are absolutely soaked through. In fact, some of them are just beyond saving as the ink has run completely. But there are a few bits that if you give me... we'll just make this calligraphy to make it simple. Give me a calligraphy roll to try and restore some of these. Give me 3 rolls.
What attribute?
I would like intelligence for this.
Okay. And Prestige, anything to get advantage? Or...
Yes, I'll be nice. You can use Prestige for advantage for some of this.
Okay. Roll number 1. 2. Roll. That was weird. Roll number 2. And roll number 3.
Okay. You are able to save a couple of journals and basically a stack of what looks to be miscellaneous letters. Some that were received clearly by the fact they're already open. Some still look like they were to be sent out. You had to open them up and take care of them, but yes, there's some stuff that was supposed to be outgoing.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of what I can. Make sure Cass gets it. I'm gonna actually take care of that stuff at the beginning of the trip. That way she can look over as much as she needs for as long as she can.
And Cass, a few days into the trip, Carrick does hand you some things back. Unfortunately, beyond just getting to know a couple of people you didn't know better through their journals, it's not much of note. Just personal thoughts, longings. Some of the correspondence is just dealings in monetary issues. Someone was arranging to have a nice blade made for themselves. Some of the outgoing stuff looks like it was just general friendly correspondence. You do find a couple though, couple that seem to be from and to the same people. Love letters. Morris Stillshod was apparently courting a girl in Leifwick.
Aww.
Give me a second. I'm trying to.
Oh, Leifwick.
All right.
Is that your baby brother out of character?
No. Morris. Shod.
Yeah. And give me an intelligence check.
That's really far out there.
I think that might have been a third cousin.
I mean, technically at that point.
It's like the name rings a little bit of a bell, but also it doesn't matter because it's no value on it, but you need to stop pressing save instead of check.
Oh, I thought I had hit the check.
No, you've been hitting save each time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which in this case is fine because
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have no bonus.
bonuses.
My bad. I apologize. Okay. Cass, when she gets a chance, we'll see about trying to borrow paper and ink from Carrick and writing a letter to
Claire Davis.
Claire Davis.
That's
What
a very.
the hell kind of fantasy name is that?
I know, right?
I'm going to point out that's even. I'm like, hopefully she's not a centaur because it doesn't fit any of the
Davis
centaur.
clan.
Actually, no, because what was the baker?
Millie.
Yeah, so
Millie,
I mean,
but she didn't get. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean that. I guess it is because I'm like thinking that's a very uncentaur name.
Remember,
And then like, wait a
modern
second.
times.
Modern times.
Intermarriages.
Naming people after people.
The still shots were actually a little archaic.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part.
And
not gonna
also
write
the cultural changes from different regions and stuff like that.
Wait, yeah.
She's eventually going to get a letter saying, "Dear Claire, sorry he's dead." Cassiopeia Steelshot.
Sorry. What was his name again? Oh, right. Yes.
Horace is dead.
Morris is dead. Signed Cassiopeia Steelshod.
Accidentally wrote down. Sorry. What was his name again?
Okay,
Let me
so you're
check.
gonna pen some letters, Cass.
Yeah. It's essentially just letters explaining what if I can identify where these are supposed to go. Cass is just going to write a letter stating how the letter was found, who she is, and
Sorry, this deal's no
Basically,
longer
right.
gonna happen. Sorry, your loved one's dead.
No, it's going to be a condolence letter, and this is the last effect I was able to identify of theirs, and it was.
My condolences on your deal no longer happening.
How many letters do you need to write? Because I actually need to write this. Change my stuff.
Cass, if you want to deal with Claire and a few of the, I say you can identify 5 other personal correspondence and 2 business deals that were supposed to be happening.
Business deals?
Get in on that business deal.
It was basically, I need this blade made, and someone was just looking to have a freaking suit of leather retooled.
Okay, I will send off letters to them as well, letting them know that unfortunately the person who had ordered that has passed away.
I have subtracted the sheets.
And can I identify how much the cost of the items would be?
Unfortunately, they're not settled on that.
All right, so the work hasn't even begun
No.
yet. Okay. So I will send along about a gold piece worth to each, apologizing and letting them know the gold piece should take care of any materials they may have pre-bought.
Okay.
Does anyone else like the idea of almost a gold piece being shaved a little bit?
It's 9 silver.
No. Like literally, like she go get it slightly under a gold piece.
And with the personal letters, I'm going to leave a notice as how to contact me back should someone want to.
Okay.
And
Good.
Directed to Beacon.
Okay. Cool. More correspondence directed to somebody that does not exist yet. It's going
to take a couple weeks for those letters to get to these people once we drop them.
I was going to say, there's going to be a couple of months where there's going to be some very confused delivery people. Okay. What else are you doing, Carrick?
So on the trip, I could do 1 ring a day. On this part, I'm guessing is about the same.
Yes.
Okay.
I would point. Yeah, I want to point one thing out though. Carrick, you're a driver.
Yes.
Yes, that is a point.
Yeah. I'll let you do 1 ring for this trip.
Okay.
Amongst all your other bits and pieces.
Because you are the only one left who can drive right now.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be one of the junk rings. I should call them junk rings. I should not be calling them that because I rolled a freaking 28.
And you're also doing Gifton's translation?
Yes.
Okay.
I figure I can do that.
There's no roll or anything for this because you know the language, and you can do that
thank you.
easily.
Another 28 ring.
There's your junk ring.
Yeah. I mean, I did look. The thing else was saying. I mean, that's only. What I figured? It's only 40 gold from a 10 gold gem.
Look at Mr. Moneybags here. Only 40 gold.
Yeah.
I mean,
but you're able to work on your trip, and before long, Wintercroft looms on the horizon, and it is a bit late as you're pulling into it. You sort of push through the day. It's about 7 p.m. by the time you pull into Wintercroft.
we are going to.
The warm
This is where I
half.
put.
Yeah, are we
Warm
staying
hearth.
at Carrick's
Yeah,
mom's
that's it.
place?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the thing. So yeah, I was actually flipping through the pages to find where it was. Thank you for having it.
You think I
By the
look
way.
fat? Am I fat?
No, you're not fat. You are.
It's not just baby, right? It's just baby, right?
It's
I'm not
just,
actually
it's just
fat.
baby. You look
Because I know
wonderful.
I'm eating a lot.
No,
You look
you're
pregnant.
yes, good pregnant.
There's a bad pregnant.
Snake.
I thought it was always good.
And yes, you can pull the wagon up to the warm hearth. Lights are on in the inn. You can hear the sound of chatter. Not quite the loud, rowdy stuff that you sort of have been through on the past couple of inns. But there's clearly people in there eating.
I'm taking my weapons off before I go in. Because I'm not including the fishing quiver. Because and the daggers in the sleeves and boot, because we ain't going in with any weapons around Mom, because I don't want to get in trouble.
I'm watching you do this. Are we supposed to disarm?
No, I don't want to get in trouble for my mother.
Oh, does your mom get angry about weapons at the table too?
No, I think more angry about what I do now.
Oh.
So
we're not supposed to say you're an adventurer, right?
Oh, and that you're super brave, and that you defended
She
like an
knows
entire
that.
part of the city.
And you're in
all by
mortal danger near every day.
Yeah.
that one, please no.
Should
Yeah.
we continue to refer to you as Lord Carrick, however?
Not right away.
Yes, my Lord Mask. How should we be referring to you in front of your mother?
Yes, Lord Mars.
Is
how
that
should we
care?
refer to you?
Yeah.
Doing that.
Why, I do believe, Lord Greysteel. Are you making insinuations?
Yes, Lady Brodgren. I believe I am.
Swear you're gonna get me kicked out of my family.
My noble steed.
Come, noble steed.
It's not like you can't afford to buy it.
Honey, I think
No, I
Basil's
really
putting on
can't.
some
Are
weight.
you sure
She is
my
looking
mom would
around.
be mad at me?
she is. Does that saddle still fit all right?
No. And that's what actually meeps angrily when they mention the saddle.
Wait, but that's
That's the beep beeps.
I was just saying she's never meeped before.
It's a beep beep.
It's a beep beep.
Oh,
All
she's
right,
a
well,
ship.
we
Got it.
are flying over by the door, waiting patiently because I'm not crawling underneath the door gap anymore. I have too much. I have too much going on.
By the way, I would have warned Talia before we got here that
Talia seems to be very nervous.
like if you're a squeeze and hold her close because someone else might be frightened.
Can you open the door? Carrick's taking forever.
Of course.
Thank you.
So they will open
You're
the
such a good
door
friend.
and then realize that the two swords strapped on his side make it awkward to try and walk in.
The best part is Carrick actually has to, take care of the horse.
All right,
part.
I'm just gonna flap in. Goodbye.
You flap on in. Everyone else following in.
Yeah.
Okay. Thankfully, there are some familiar faces for her amongst the group. She looks a little shocked at the two little dragon-y things flying in briefly, and there's a brief sort of yell of, "What the get? No, out!" As if wild animals have just come in, and then everyone else follows in. And
oh God, is Teldy holding the door for everybody, or is Teldy the third one in?
I'm the first one through.
Oh God.
And then, yes, I would
Excuse
hold
me,
the
Carrick's
door.
mom. We need rooms.
what?
Wave
We
from
brought
the back.
Carrick. We brought Carrick with us. Is that okay?
Carrick! Well, you've got little talking. You see her sort of squinting at the pseudo dragons.
I mentioned actually at that point when I was here last, there was only gift. Was it actually out of character?
It was
Was
only gifted, yeah. It was only gifted, at that point, yeah.
Yeah, we've there's two now, and they're married. You haven't met Gift and
Oh, your little
she met you.
friend.
Yes, and this is her husband, Care.
Oh, that nice to meet you both. And I don't.
And
You are? She's looking at Telday.
Oh, that's Lord Telday. This is Lady Cassiopeia Steelshot. This is Lady RG.
just
Elvira.
Carrick with
And
Cassie, Argy. Wait, ladies, what?
and outside is Lord Marsk and Talia. And we
hang
need
on,
we
hang
need
on.
rooms because we're on our way to the Tarnstead.
So, wait, so what do you mean, lords? Ladies, what?
I told you not to say it at the beginning.
Do your friends do jest? But still, it's lovely to see you again. And she's actually coming up to you, Cass, and you
It
get
is not a jest.
and sort of mid embrace, she looks at Telday. It's not a jest.
It is accurate.
Shaking her head, no, not a jest.
No, we got
We're-
titles now.
We got titles, and Carrot got land to go make his. Oh wait, you probably want to tell your mom about that.
Archie. Now, she probably doesn't mean any offense by this, but when you say that you have titles, she looks very doubtful at you.
RG's going to go, I'm an Alira.
don't know what that means, dear.
It means I'm noble anyways. And she's gonna give a thumbs up.
They're not jesting, Mother.
Okay.
Anyway, is there any way that you have rooms for all of us for tonight?
Of course. Look, come on in.
I do not require one, if not.
Do I see Howard, by the way?
You do not, but she does actually start yelling, Howard! Derek's back! And his friends! And Howard comes out of the back, wiping his hands off on an apron, just walking through, and yes, a lot of you see Howard for the first time. This rather big, jolly man, who sort of has a bright smile on his face as he comes forward. He's like, oh, Carrick, it's nice to have you back. And he doesn't look like he knows what to do with you. Like, he sort of reaches out a hand briefly and then opens up his arms a bit. And
I'm gonna let go of Talia, and I'm gonna go give him a hug.
And
Give him a hug, everyone else does.
there's a little bit of relief on his face as he hugs you back.
Blackie, if you hadn't done so, Cass was.
Oh, your mother's been fretting about you.
Well, you don't have to fret about it anymore. He's gonna settle down.
Did you two get my letter? Out of character, I don't actually. Oh, I didn't. I got sent through the mage, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I take it you two got my letter then. Already.
Oh, God. Let me check times. You sent it by mage, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would have
because
received it then.
After all that, after it was sent, was when Gifted mentioned sending money, and Carrot goes, "Damn it."
That's why mine took longer. I had to send money.
Yeah, I know. That's.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Oh God. So
it was very nice to hear from you. I missed you as well.
Thank you. So some things have happened since I sent the letter.
And she's actually looking at Talia, by the way.
I'd like you to meet. Oh God, technically she's Lady Talia. No, she wouldn't be yet.
Not yet. Not till she marries you.
This is Talia. Oh God, I'm Mom. She's my girlfriend now.
Everyone give me insight checks, please.
I don't need an insight check for this.
Insight check either, but it's one of my.
I'm using the druid sheet because that's where I'm doing stuff now. So.
I think okay, Gifted actually real good.
Okay, RG, man, you do not know what's on her face.
Is it a face?
Yes, Cassie Telde. Yeah, that is a little bit of conflicted emotion on her face briefly. Carrick, Gifton. You can see the thought process going through her mind. Her eyes sort of flickering over Talia's wings, tail, those horns, that brief thing of, oh God, dragons, more dragons. Before that look of, oh, my boy has somebody.
This is the other reason why we took the weapons off, just in case.
And after a brief moment of hesitation and conflicted emotion, she actually steps forward and embraces Talia. And it's lovely to meet you, dear. Oh, look at you do look cute together. Come.
Adorable.
They are robot gifting.
Wow, did that happen again?
Yes.
Yeah, it just suddenly happened.
Weird.
What's that?
Is you don't have a coil on on one of the cables, do you? I think she died.
No, she's just muted probably while she's playing around with things.
I'm trying to fix things. I figured that'd be nice. Is that better?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and reboot again real quick. Be right back.
Okay.
You can continue on. I'll be back.
Okay. But yeah, she actually sort of takes Talia's arm and starts to lead her, Carrick. Okay, you come sit down, dear, and the rest of you sit down. You're all hungry?
Yeah.
What time did we get in, by the way?
It's about 7 p.m.
So, yes, I've been driving, so I didn't get a whole lot of time to cook dinner for anyone.
And Howard sort of actually comes forward to the rest of you and starts sort of shaking hands, introducing himself.
When Howard gets close, I'm gonna be like, Howard, what's the rules on dogs in here?
Dogs don't really have them in. Why?
Okay, because I didn't bring the puppy in because I'm figuring probably not.
You got a pup? Is it
Yes.
well behaved?
Not as much as I wish.
After a certain meaning of the word.
All right, as long as it doesn't disturb the others, you can bring him in.
I'm going to go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get Pharrell and hopefully he'll behave.
Yeah, and you're able to lead Pharrell in, and Pharrell is actually sort of calm at this point.
I'm back. I'm okay.
Yes, you sound good.
You're a return normal.
Pharrell has taken to sort of like running alongside the wagon for bits, and it helps tire him out during the day. So Pharrell's pretty calm at this point.
So I have to ask: the first time this happened, did I lose track? Did he teleport up before being dragged away?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you come back in, a gentleman that just seems to be sitting at a table eating with a few friends actually turns to you as you come in, Carrick, and he goes, "Hey, you oh god, fucking
Trying to remember the name.
yes. What's the name of your mother? God.
Give me a second. I'm
Kara.
going to my bow sheet. Yes.
Hey, you Kara's boy.
Yes.
Oh, she talks about you a lot.
Hopefully, good things.
Nah, not really.
Not surprised.
Yeah. Says you get yourself into trouble.
Yeah, we seem to be good at that.
You're not wrong.
Well, she does worry about you.
I know.
So you're a fine looking lad, aren't you?
Is it a man or a woman, by the way?
It's a man.
Thank you, sir.
You're dressed up all fancy. Eric, even if you're wearing your traveling clothes, this statement remains true.
Well, I mean, in the fact the traveling clothes are fancy too. So, I mean, I can fix this because there's a set of common clothes in here.
Yes, but if you magically fix your clothes, you're being extra fancy.
Yeah, I know. Actually, Gifted has a 25 on those, so even those are fine.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the stats of your outfit.
It's lucky how fancy they were. Thank you. Always try to look good.
You join us for a drink, fancy boy?
Look at dog in hand. Actually, is he walking or am I having to carry him right now?
You're carrying him.
Look over at how's the rest of the party doing over there?
Everyone can be sitting down at a table if they want.
Am I being shooed over by Mother?
She is looking at you expectantly, still sort of guiding Talia along.
I think my mother is expecting me over with her right now. Another time.
Oh, we'll get around that at some point then, he says with a grin.
God.
That man doesn't actually care to drink with you. He just wants you to buy him around.
Yep. Gonna nod a little bit and wander over to Mom before I get yelled at. Just remember, I'm really the first one dealing with them.
You and Talia are sat down together by your mother.
Not surprised.
Is that okay? I'll get you all something to eat. Do you eat normal people food? Yeah, she says, looking down at you, Gifton and Care.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell you what you said that I would read.
Gifton has a momentary moment where she thinks about saying a bad thing and remembers that it's Carrick's mother and decides against it. The brief moment of no, I eat the souls of the children is going through her head, and then yeah, we eat normally like people.
Okay, no, good. RG, do you still
drink?
Yes.
Nope.
Oh, well, good on you, girl. And she sort of pats your shoulder a bit. Oh,
I mean, I can't get drunk anymore anyways, but you know.
I'll get you some milk.
I like milk.
You like milk? I'll get you some milk as well then.
Oh, but I'm just getting more enjoyment than she'll admit. I've just gone Carrick's mother.
Cassie, do you still eat like a horse?
Cass is looking over at her.
Okay, big meal for you then, dear.
The whole party.
And what about you, sir?
I require no nourishment.
The food's okay.
You mean to Lily doesn't
He doesn't actually eat.
That is quite likely, but I require no nourishment.
The news probably hasn't made it down this far.
Okay. She gives Carrick a worried look.
I will a little later. I will explain a little more about that whole what happened, so you may understand.
And she actually stops and has a little word with Corvus as well, as if, Corvus, town doctor hasn't been through in a bit. You might want to see some people. We're still practicing. And Corvus just said, yes, maybe, perhaps. And she heads off to start cooking for you all. And Howard is behind the bar, just sort of watching as it. And there's no insight needed. It's very easy to see. He's nervous about Carrick in that sort of I hope he likes me way.
He still hasn't changed that part. I kind of want to.
Excuse me, Mr. Carrick's dad.
Oh, I'm not. I mean, I'm sort of. Please call me Howard.
I probably should have asked. I'll ask when she gets back.
And Howard actually sort of comes on over.
I'm gonna take out a gold piece. Is it possible to buy a round for the bar?
Oh, if you want to.
Yep, please.
Oh, okay. Oh, drinks on a little miss, and you get a few raised glasses from the other tables, Gifton. And he will go around serving people drinks, including the rest of you. Seems to be a honey mead served here.
When he
Quite
comes
simple.
back over, go, Howard, have you two gotten married or anything?
Yes. I mean, we did send a letter up, but well, I don't know if it reached you.
I did not get a letter. Correct. I'm not.
You did not get a letter.
I did not. It'll probably make it down to Beacon. I'm gonna. If he's mostly unhanded, that sounds really wrong. Empty-handed, I'm gonna give him a hug and go. I guess I should call you Dad now, then.
If you'd like, I certainly wouldn't object.
Don't remember the real one, so.
Oh, and then happy to call you my boy. I'm sorry we couldn't wait on the wedding. We don't get a Tamari priestess through here often, and well, we wanted to get it done, you know.
I understand completely. So, congratulations.
Thank you, and nice to have a bigger family. He says with a smile to you.
Yep, always good. Now, going to tell them at all about the little.
Gifton's keeping an eye out for brownies in the rafters and things like that, but she's not motioning for Kara to go looking.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Because that's all we need is to explain.
And in fact, Kara can have a perception check as well.
Explain to my mother why suddenly one of them's climbing up the wall.
All right, 1 second. I apparently got dropped out of Roll20 between all the reboots.
Oh.
Oh no. I guess I did. Huh.
Oh.
I didn't bother starting up my streaming stuff this last time because I figure I'm just not bothering with recording for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has to do with the monitors acting weird because I had a monitor hiccup happen a few times and it seemed to be coinciding. All right, so perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So Gifton is just sort of keeping a casual lookout, glancing around, looking for those spots you'd suspect them to be.
Places I'd go.
Yeah. And you catch something. You catch a little shock of pale skin and red hair peeking from a rafter at one point, which vanishes very quickly. Hiding pretty well, but you catch it nonetheless.
I'm gonna lean over to Kara and go, "Oh, there's somebody watching us up in the rafters."
Oh, more of us?
Yeah.
I guess the rumors about them being here are true then.
Yeah.
I mean, do we go say hello?
I don't know. We might spook them worse, right?
They must be curious if they're watching us.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on Dingus. Hey, here, buddy.
Meep.
And I'm just gonna see if I can casually fly up to some rafters.
Dingus seems confused as to what you're doing, but he obliges, looking mournfully at his plate of food.
All right, once I get up to the rafters, I will let him fly back down. I'll just get off and let him fly back down.
Before he actually flies back down, you get that sort of head tilt at you and like, why mummy up here?
I'm just looking around for something, sweetie. Don't worry, you can go eat. Come get me after you're done, all right?
Meep, meep. And Dingus sort of flaps on back down.
And I'm just gonna take a seat up in the rafters and watch for a bit. I'm not gonna go pounding around looking for anybody, but I'm just gonna sit up in the rafters.
You sit up in the rafters and you can see the obvious little, well, what you think of as doorways, the little holes that are used up in the rafters. And as you're sitting up there, you catch that glimpse of a face again, just sort of peeking out of one of the doorways, and then another one.
Shy wave.
And when you wave, there is another face that appears as the first one starts to wave, before the first one is sort of dragged back a bit. And
I'll giggle a bit at that.
And you can hear sort of hushed whispering coming from over there. Before a figure steps out. Seems to be a young brownie, another girl. You'd say, well, in human sort of terms of age, she looks to be about 15 or so. And she slowly starts to come on out, keeping a cautious look down at the below. And she seems very nervous, glancing around, even giving you a wary look. And she's probably looking for traps. She seems to be treating you like you're some kind of lure that she's obviously falling for.
And I'm just gonna watch her very patiently and just kind of hold my hands up, showing out and got anything that I'm gonna get her with.
And she stops a little bit of distance away from you, and in a sort of hushed tone goes, "I don't know you."
I don't know you either. I'm from out of town. I'm Gifton, by the way. Nice to meet you. What's my husband Kara down there?
But you can't be from out of town, and what? How are you? She's trying to formulate words, sort of gesturing down as if, "What are you doing out? We're not supposed to show ourselves."
Oh, there was a attack on our town that we used to live in, and the attackers went after everybody. And she kind of motions between herself and like the people down there and goes, and we lost everybody except for, you know, some of our big folk in town, and we got out with them, and we've been traveling with them since.
You travel with the big folk?
Yep, we go on adventures. We're heading south. We're gonna go make our own town now. We're gonna have our own house, like the big folk do.
Her mind seems to be blown by this concept. Sort of wide-eyed, jaw hanging slack for a moment, before she goes.
I always heard there were stories of other brownies up in Wintercroft. That's good to know that you're up here.
How do you? We're not supposed to be seeing. She sort of restates.
It's that, or it was that or death at the time.
But that's how we don't die.
Yeah, I know. But you know, sometimes things get out of hand. Anyway, don't worry about it. I won't tell them you're here.
Thank you. She glances back at where she came from, and you can see a younger face. Looks to be a boy, probably a relation, judging by the appearance. Also watching out.
You're a bit young to be out, though, aren't you?
She looks a little hesitant, and glancing back, she goes, "I'm not supposed to be."
Oh, I used to sneak in the tavern all the time when I wasn't supposed to be.
It's just, it gets a bit boring, and they're so interesting.
Yeah, and it's always great to hear stories, right?
She nods a bit, and actually comes a little bit closer.
I'm not making any move towards her.
And seeing that you're not lunging out for her seems to give her a little bit of confidence. And she approaches a little bit more.
Just to give you a heads up, though, you see that fat little goldish dragon down there? When he gets done eating, he's coming back up here to get me, so I'm not stranded.
You have a dragon?
Yeah, it's my dragon. I found him in the woods when everything went bad, and we fly around together, and I shoot my bow. It's great. And I'll start telling her stories.
And
if she wants to hear.
She does. She actually sits down beside you, and after a few minutes, you see that smaller figure starting to merge as well. And yeah, looks to be her little brother, maybe about 8 in sort of human terms. In brownie terms, could be any range.
Yeah.
On the generation. He sort of wanders over, and soon enough you can start telling them stories. After about 10 minutes, so you get a sort of little flash in your head of meet mummy now.
And I'll go, you want to meet my dragon?
She looks a little hesitant, but the young boy nods rapidly.
Okay, and I'll wave for Dingus to come up.
And Dingus starts to flap on up, and you see Care sort of looking up curiously, as if just making sure you're all right. And the girl backs off a little bit when Dingus flaps on up. But the boy is standing there, jaw open.
And I'm gonna introduce Dingus very nice and be like, "Be nice."
And as Dingus sort of settles down beside you, you can hear Kara below asking the others, "So are they some sort of like bad things?"
Did that cut for anyone else?
Yeah, like cut out for me. I couldn't catch what you said.
As Dingus settles up in the rafters beside you, you can hear Kara below asking the group, "So are those some sort of like bat things?"
They're pseudo dragons, Mom.
Right, pseudo dragons. Yeah, I've heard of those.
They're kind of related.
It's not going to start nesting up there, is it?
No.
No.
Okay. And Dingus sort of meeps at you, and does his usual, just sort of settle down, head beside you.
Yeah,
and you see him looking curiously at the children.
You can come over and see him. He's not gonna lunge at you, right, Dingus? You know, you're a very terrifying dragon. You know that, right?
Dingus bobs his head a little bit as his tongue like runs along his muzzle, licking off a bit of a gravy.
And I'm gonna go. See, I have a saddle and everything.
Oh, the little boy sort of goes and comes up and just like puts his hand directly on Dingus's face.
Yep.
And and Dingus sort of stays very still. Dingus actually seems to be very, very, very cautious and gentle here.
Yeah.
And
you want to sit on him?
I could sit on him.
Yeah. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, Dingus. I'm just gonna get up and saddle real quick.
And you hear the girl going, Aiden, might not be a good idea. And he just goes, no, it's nice. And
right. And I'll
you can help him up.
Back down.
Yeah,
and I'll help him up, and I'll help him down, and I'll show. Look, he's not gonna get carried off.
And he seems to be beaming. And as he's sort of sitting up there, and just when you start to help him down, the girl comes a little closer and very gingerly reaches a hand out to touch Dingus's snout.
Mm-hmm.
And Dingus just stays very still, eyes sort of gleaming. It's a nice boy.
Yeah, he's a boy. His name's Dingus.
Nice.
And that's Dazzle down there. She doesn't like little kids very much. She's very haughty.
Well, nice boy, Dingus. He's really big.
He's very, very big. In fact, he's the biggest, prettiest dragon I know. And big scritches.
Dingus puffs a little bit.
Uh-huh.
What was your name?
Gifton. And most of my husband care down there. We're probably gonna be leaving in the morning, but if you folks want to stop in and say hi, privately, we can. But I know you probably can't tell anybody you were here.
Yeah, that would kill me.
Yeah.
But I'm Elsa.
Nice to meet you, Elsa, and Aiden, right?
Yeah, I'm Aiden.
All right. Well, we're heading south to. We're making a new town. It's gonna be. Do you ever hear of Tarnstead? Do you ever hear the big people talk about that?
Aiden shakes his head, but Elsa sort of nods slowly as if like, you might have heard that.
No, we're heading down that way. We're making a new town called Beacon. So.
And you're gonna live out in the open?
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta. I was up in Winden, and I got made a lady, and they gave us land and stuff for like the
lady
people,
like the Fae.
Yeah, no, not like the Fae, like the humans and the elves lady.
What
was that? The two kids' names, both the names, or
there aren't
just one?
Human ladies.
That's the first name of each.
Okay.
There aren't human ladies.
There are up north.
Like
they're no, like noble people, like the wealthy people that have balls and parties and things like that.
You are just getting some not understanding looks.
Basically up north they call themselves lords and ladies if they're very rich and they own land.
Oh, like the farmers do.
Yeah, but they're the people that the farmers get the land from.
Wait, the farmers don't have the land?
Yeah, but we're gonna have a little farm. We got some chickens and some pigs and some sheep.
So having chickens and pigs and sheep makes you a lord, Aiden sort of says, grasping his head.
I don't really understand it either. But we're gonna be heading down that way. If you know of any folk that want to come, they could probably come with us.
Oh, we should tell them. No, we can't. That would kill us if we just knew we were out here talking like this. Yeah, but it's really. She gets to do stuff with the big folk. Yeah, but it's dangerous, Aiden.
You just broke the children.
And Aiden says, we should tell people. I'm going to go tell people. Aiden, no, as Aiden starts to sort of hurry off across the rafters. And Elsa gives you a sort of panicked look and I'm going to It was nice meeting you, Gifton.
All right. I'm staying here tonight. I'll see you. Maybe.
Bye.
Or
Aiden.
if I don't, take care. Bye.
And she hurries off after her little brother.
All right. I'm gonna go ride Dingus back down because I don't think I'll see anybody again. I feel like those children are lost to me forever now.
Someone's in trouble.
Well, hopefully they're smart enough just to go, we saw brownies with the big people.
Oh, Aiden's not smart.
No. I sat on a dragon.
I mean,
That's a plus side if you lead with...
We saw brownies. Where'd you see them? You're not supposed to be out.
Yeah.
Now, if you lead with that, they're going to not believe any word he says. So he'll be safe if he starts off with, I touched a dragon.
Yeah, I am going through my bag though, and I'm sure you go ahead and skip on to somebody else, but before I fly down, I'm leaving them something up in the rafters.
Okay. All right. Carrick, Kara, and what?
I just hold this whole one is just like a character going, oh god, how much trouble am I in?
That was pretty much the point of witchcraft, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Carrick in trouble.
Yeah.
So, Carrick, your mother actually joins you at the table. She pulls up a chair. Not to eat anything, but she just sits near you and Talia and smiles at the rest of you and goes, "So, Talia, how did you meet Carrick?" And she's basically going to start doing the ever so intrusive.
Carrick is going to get that look of, the worst question to ask.
And to her credit, Talia actually just goes, he popped by my temple in Wyndon, and he just helped me with some problems, and we got talking. And yes, and Sola starts the line of questioning.
Some point during the line of questioning, I'm going to go, congratulations, mother.
Yes, I'm sorry. We did send a letter.
Howard mentioned that.
It's just that there was the opportunity, and
I'm guessing it'll find us down in Beacon.
And she actually sort of fiddles with a ring that's clearly on one of her fingers, and just goes. And after everything, I didn't want to wait, you know.
I understand.
So I hope you're not upset.
Nope.
I mean, not just about missing it, but me and Howard, I know it might.
I hear a beep.
There, I was just typing.
I was thinking it was a telltale thing.
You didn't even find any sword.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Oh god, one of the children's gonna get a sword.
Brownies have declared war on us.
Someone's gonna lose an eye. No, it's fine.
Well, good.
I think I already made Howard's day today, so.
Good. I really want you to get along.
Call him father or call him dad. So,
sweetie, and she actually pulls you in for a hug.
I'm gonna hug her back.
Thank you. He's been very worried about impressing you. You know.
I kind of noticed. I'm also gonna whisper to her while she's hugging me, so Talia can't hear. I need to talk to you about something on our own later.
And she just gives you a little bit of a nod, and you can sort of spend a nice little evening together. Might be a little awkward for some people. I'm not sure how you want to behave around Carrick's mother.
Well, I mean, since most of the party are already.
Gibson is an emotional pregnant woman, and she's just gonna keep going. I'm just so happy for Carrick. I just want to
She's Kara does give concerned looks down at.
She's gonna have a baby.
Oh,
So.
Congratulations, dear.
Yeah, I know it's probably really hard for you to tell.
I can see a bit of a bump. She said, sort of leaning down.
Glass
I'm
out
not
of pocket.
fat.
No,
I promise.
of course not. No. Oh. You look wonderful. You're positively glowing.
I used to glow.
Okay.
It's emotional about that.
Oh, I should go help Howard start cleaning up. She says awkwardly.
Yeah, see, I can break the awkwardness, pregnant woman.
No, that's not breaking the awkwardness. That's making it worse.
Okay, I know that you might apparently be some sort of lord now, but you can still help your mother clean up, yes?
Absolutely.
Right, come on then. Tali, no need. You sit here and relax. You should do something for once. And she actually pulls Carrick away.
Kind of looks sad at that
Yeah.
you should do something for once.
Hey, she remembers you being the pretty boy in the tavern with the girls falling over him.
Still,
Her?
She's actually going to when she says you should do something. It's like he does stuff most of the time.
He does an amazing magic thing.
He gets offered to work at taverns we find.
He stabbed a guy really good.
What?
And I was like, that's the part you weren't supposed to.
Alright, so Carrick will also get a bit of a talking to in the kitchen.
not the first time, just for a different topic.
But yes, you are able to get a moment alone with her. Howard seems to get the hint of, I'll go over this side.
So first, what do you think of Talia?
She seems like a very nice girl, a bit quiet.
Yeah, she's don't mention it to her. She said loss of a family, part of her family, very recently.
Oh dear. I can't help but notice that she sort of motions towards her back as if wings.
Yeah,
Notice that you have a type.
she's a half dragon.
Well, I suppose I shouldn't be shocked.
Gonna kind of, in the best way you can with your mother, kind of do that like nudge with the elbow, like.
And Grandmama says hello.
No, I don't have the scarf.
Don't you look at me. Your father did not have any of that stuff.
Yeah, but and that's kind of the reason I want to talk to you alone.
Look, I know I don't get along with your grandmother, and I might have some issues with dragons, but if you like her character, then I approve.
Okay, because I was gonna ask her to marry me soon.
Oh, okay. How long have you known her?
Technically, or officially, because the time's extended.
Depends which answer you want to
definitely
use.
want to say the one that she remembers, not the amount that you have.
But it's more fun that way. Out of character, I am horrible at keeping track of this game.
It's about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks.
I think you've been about not quite the full 3 weeks in there, so I think you've known her about 2 weeks. Yes.
2 3 weeks, close to that.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks, give or take.
There's just that look, that raised eyebrow.
The same time, what is your mom saying? Because how long did she know
there
him?
is fodder you've got here as well.
Exactly. I was waiting for her to comment first.
Yeah. Her comment is this look.
I mean, you didn't know Howard that much longer, I'm guessing.
She just lets out a sort of little haughty and turns back to her washing up because, well, that's different.
And it's different because I say so.
It's different because he didn't have wicks. Oh God, I can actually copycat her voice now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't do that to your mom.
No,
she will
no.
whip you.
I will be hit with a bat probably at that point.
I've been around a lot longer than you, and thus I have the experience to make a decision like this.
Are you saying it's a bad decision?
No, I'm not saying it's a bad decision. I'm just a little surprised.
Just be like, and Karen Gifton, I think, only knew each other like a week, as far as I could tell.
No, he knows better than
Yeah,
that.
we knew each other a long time.
It just feels right.
Well, if you are sure, when are you going to... I assume you haven't asked her yet?
Not yet.
Just get married in Dulwood. There's a Tamari priest right there. Elope.
No.
Well,
No,
ask
because
her
I'll have
first, though. Make sure you ask her first.
no. See, there's two, and I'm not sure which one's scarier: the dragon or the mother, or the dragon mother, possibly. You were the one that said it needs to be a double wedding.
Well...
No, I didn't. Go for it. Say what you say.
I haven't made the ring yet.
You're making the ring?
Yes.
Oh, that's very romantic.
I'm gonna reach into the pouch and pull out the 1,000 gold piece star ruby that I picked up.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes, very much.
Oh, that looks expensive. That's going to be a good few gold pieces. I'm sure you want to spend that much on a ring?
So, the group of us kind of sold a collection of very old coins for 4 million gold.
So the dish is currently scrubbing slips from her hand, and you will hear a sort of shatter from the kitchen, and that's actually where we're going to end this week.
Great.
Nice. I like it.
You just like ending sessions on mess with Carrick moments.
Oh no, they're
Yeah.
the best.
I appreciate it.
Right, everyone take 3,000 XP, and we will do this same time next week.